Oh, goodness. This is not good for the Montreal Canadiens. Look at this trade that just went down about half an hour ago. The Ottawa Senators have acquired Kurtis MacDermid from the New Jersey Devils in exchange for Zack MacEwen. And, you can tell that they put this graphic together in about 3 minutes or so. All you gotta do is just take the rectangle photos of the players, add the logo, put the background, and then add some fire effects, and then put transaction on the top with a really interesting gradient, a fuzzy blur, and a little bit of a gradient on the actual lettering. This is, quite interesting. Because I think for a lot of Ottawa Senators fans, when they think of Zack MacEwen, they think about a tough guy who likes to fight and he can do some pretty good things, and I'd say he's not that bad on his feet. Zack MacEwen's a guy that I've liked for a long time, especially since he was a former Utica Comet and Vancouver Canuck. He was a pretty good player in the QMJHL too, getting a whole bunch of points. But ever since his departure from Vancouver, Zack MacEwen fully embraced the fighting, agitator, policing of the game kind of role. And he took that to Philadelphia, LA, Ottawa the past few years. Now he'll be taking that over to New Jersey. The interesting thing about MacEwen, though, is the fact that his last memories as a member of the Ottawa Senators are going to be associated with the Jacques. Arbor got him traded. Owned so hard by the Jacques brothers, they traded him. And, yeah, somebody who can win fights for somebody who can't. Here's the thing. You see Zack MacEwen getting dealt. He's a tough guy who likes to fight. Kurtis MacDermid is exactly the same thing. And he's arguably, maybe not arguably, he's better than Zack MacEwen. MacEwen's a number one tough guy in the league, yes, but Kurtis MacDermid can beat them down. 31 years old, 6'5", 234, left-handed left-wing defense. Yeah, I mean, this guy plays forward and defense. What more are you asking out of this guy? And he signed on to the end of 2027, making $1.15 million a year. Kurtis MacDermid also doesn't go out there and score any points. He doesn't even play half the time. Literally. Look at the games played he has had. 45, 28, 58, 44, 29. He doesn't play often, but when he does, he usually gets at least a penalty minute a game. He was quite productive in his earlier days in Erie, but that wasn't even that productive because he was already an overage player, scoring only 40 points in 61 games with the Otters in 2015. MacDermid has a role, and he's very big, very difficult to play against, very solid, and you can say the Ottawa Senators could be locking and loading here for tomorrow's showdown against the Montreal Canadiens. Is that the reason they made this trade? Who knows, but it doesn't look good for opponents of the Senators going forward. Let's go out there and take a look at this. As far as hockey fighters go, MacDermid is in the top 2 in the East right now. He's a monster, and it'll be fun if he's in tomorrow versus Montreal. I don't know if that's really what we want to see in particular, but let's continue here. I like this trade. I've seen MacDermid fight and he can throw them. I'm sure Jacques Wi-Fi has taken note. The new Mac has at least won a fight before. Somebody who can win fights for somebody who can't. So, okay, I guess Sens fans are really going out there and letting Zack MacEwen know that, yeah, you can't win fights. Come on, guys. Let's be a little nicer to Zack Attack here. He's good, right? I guess. Anyways, he's a New Jersey Devil now. He'll be with some other players that probably don't necessarily need to fight as much, but there's that fighting spirit in there. Let's go out there and hear this. Can Ridley Greig get his number back now? Okay, that's kind of funny. Can he fight? Hamonic for Norris. Yes, apparently it's what he's known for. Yes, but he's brutal at anything else. Jacques will look like Lidstrom next to him. MacDermid can't play more than 5 minutes a game. Yup, he's a heavyweight. As a Kings fan, you'll love this guy. We named him Big Mac. So it's one Fighting Mac for another Fighting Mac, and the new Fighting Mac in Ottawa just happens to be bigger, older, more experienced, and a lot better at dropping the mitts. Incredible, the timing of how this goes down, right? Like, we're just going to start thinking about this gosh darn trade when Montreal plays Ottawa tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, Arbor he's got a new challenger. Ottawa got a new face in town and they're bringing him in to get them fisticuffs up. This is hilarious, man. This is absolutely hilarious. And I wanted to go over on our hockey subreddit as well. Let's go out there and read just some of the replies and responses to this thread on Reddit. They went out there and said it is a Mac for a Mac. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I'd say. A Mac for a Mac. And scrolling down over here, I remember when he was just traded to the Devils after the Rempe stuff happened. I guess MacDermid is just a literal mercenary now. Ah, yeah, that is true. That's why the New Jersey Devils ended up getting him. Because Matt Rempe went out there and terrorized the league. MacDermid is a mercenary for hire here, and the Ottawa Senators are his new client. He's got to shave his head bald and put a barcode on the back of his head now. That's the role he's got. In my opinion, neither of these players are worth anything, so New Jersey saving $400,000 AAV and getting one less year of term makes this a nice win for them. Ah yes, we didn't talk about the Zack MacEwen deal. He's only making $775,000 till the end of this upcoming season. And MacDermid, I mean, he is making a little bit more for one more year. So obviously that does bode better, I would say, for the New Jersey Devils cap-wise. Let's go out there and take a look at this. Stanley Cup champion, Kurtis MacDermid. That is true. He was a part of those Colorado teams and ended up getting his name on the cup. Let's just verify that real quick here. Yeah, he was on Colorado. He played the majority of the games in the 22-23 campaign. Is that enough for him to get his name on the cup? Yeah, it is, I guess. Yeah, one-time Stanley Cup champion. Didn't play any games in the playoff run that year, but he was a part of the team. So by all technicalities, he should be on there. Stanley Cup champion, prize fighter, mercenary hitman is now making his way over to the Ottawa Senators. MacEwen and his mother traded to New Jersey. Nah, he's going to Utica. We needed a little wiggle room for Luke's contract. Pretty up there, though. Great guy, loves violence, Nathan McKinnon said about Kurtis MacDermid. Does MacDermid throw punches back when he is punched in the face? Yes. Very hard punches. He ain't doing much on the ice, but he's a beast in that regard. So basically he was acquired so he can punch the Habs tomorrow. Habs fans not think everything is about themselves challenge. Okay, we're gonna skip past that. Blockbuster saving MacEwen's life before tomorrow's game, I see. Jack-Eye made the Sens so scared they went out and got a complete goon. Oh man, this is going to be interesting tomorrow, folks. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this trade? Mac for a Mac, a fighter for a fighter, Big Mac for Zack Attack. The Ottawa Senators are getting tougher here. If you enjoyed this video at any point, feel free to hit the like button. If you didn't, then hey, feel free to hit the dislike button. But comments help out with the algorithm, so I want you to get involved in the discussion below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on. And bye.